one of the most exciting characters that Shakespeare ever wrote, and certainly one of the most exciting female characters that he ever wrote. She's interesting because she's so reactive. She ends up in this situation and she just, she gets to take everything in, and the whole show is about her observing how essentially the world works.
And for me, my character Olivia falls madly in love with Cesario. And I think one of the challenges, but also what's most fun, is to have to do that, to just be completely open and go to sort of comic lengths to get the person who you love so much to love you back.
These characters they're big, they're almost like gods, you know, and to be able to say like beautiful language, it makes you feel like you are the smartest, you know, most specific, and you can describe everything about who you are and yourself and everything else in such a detailed and beautiful manner. This play, which I've seen so many times before, which I've never worked on, is just, it's entirely brilliant.
I think there's a little bit of a ghost of other productions in the room. I think it's hard with a lot of Shakespeare, but particularly this one because it's so popular. You have to make it your own.
Right.
In order to, you have to sort of bypass. And it helps because I think, you know, Darko has a very strong vision, so that helps to not be too referential to other productions.
A lot of the characters start the play with a lot of grief in their lives. Sebastian, you know, he's under the understanding that he loses his sister. So it's a lot about turning a page, kind of changing oneself.
You sit down with a dictionary and you sit down with your pen and sort of block it all out and make sure you know exactly what you're saying. And that is like more than half of the work already, because once you really know why your character is choosing the words that you choose, it's an insight into your psychology, it's an insight into your emotional state.
It's in how he changes the rhythm within the lines, if you're scanning it, or why a certain word is where it is, you know, the banter that's following, you know, to try to keep it of a certain rhythm, so that, because there's usually some sort of payoff that he's written in, and you have to be really constantly curious and investigating at the same time as
and then also, and then make it funny, because
right.
It's a comedy.